Hey Saints, welcome back to another week of SFHS Today. I'm Cammie Ferguson.
And I'm Ronan Iverson. Last Tuesday, we welcomed a motivational speaker, Reggie Dabbs, to speak at the various schools around the district. Reggie is one of the world's most sought-after public school motivational speakers. Reporter Casey Shields was able to catch an interview after his performance.
I'd just like to start by asking, what influenced your decision to become a motivational speaker? Obviously, your background is so, scarred, but
yeah.
I admire how you love to motivate, other kids that may be going through the same thing, so I just wanted to know what influenced.
I think when I grew up and when I was put in foster care, I kept asking the people who raised me, why'd you do this? Mm-hmm. And you know what they said? Because I can.
Yeah.
And so I do this because I can. Sometimes it's just, you got to help somebody.
Definitely.
Even if you don't see the end result, you got to do something.
You talk the most about being a motivational speaker.
I like it when people laugh.
Yeah.
When I crack a joke, I love it. And I love the music part when I'm playing and everybody's getting into it. It's just fun to watch people change.
Speaking about music, you play what you were saying, the saxophone.
Yeah.
Do you think music has helped you reach teens?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Music opens the heart. Music and jokes is a gateway to the soul.
Yeah, laughter
really
is the best medicine. So.
Every time. Yeah.
And then one more question. What is the main message that you would like kids to take away from your speech when you're talking?
No matter what, hope.
Hope.
Always hope.
Sweet.
The ACT sign-up for juniors is open this year. The test is not required, but is optional, and students will need to sign up to take the test. However, the school will be paying the fee. In addition, there are computer labs open during Saints time to help prepare for the exam. Reporters Eli Highland and Ronan Iverson spoke with Donna Abraham to get more on the story.
Is the ACT important?
The ACT is important because all four-year colleges require a college entrance exam, and the ACT is the most widely used college entrance exam in the area. Also, if you plan to attend a two-year community or technical college, you can use your ACT score in place of taking the AccuPlacer.
How do you sign up?
You sign up by going to the high school website on the counseling page. There is a link to sign up. You need your name, student ID number, and an email address. Very simple.
Last Tuesday, the all-conference choir and band were excused from classes during the day to go to the all-conference meet in Rogers. Here's Robert Aird in Walker Lane with the details on that day.
Alright, what is all-conference choir? The all-conference choir is the Mississippi 8 conference. Each school in that conference chooses 8 singers, 2 sopranos, 2 altos, 2 tenors, and 2 basses to collaborate with the other singers chosen from the other schools in the conference, and they get together for a workshop day and a conference concert. We've got a ton of really talented singers here, so I chose 8 people who I knew that were really good musicians that could pick up the music really quickly since they only have about a week to learn the music, and of course really talented singers.
What kind of experience was it, going there and working with other students from other schools?
It was, at first, it was kind of a lot of pressure because, you had all these different classes, all these different schools coming in, and they had, equal amount of experience. But once we were there for a couple hours and everyone got to settle in, it came to be a really fun time.
It was fun. You go, you meet people you've never met before, maybe people you have met before from another school that you don't get to talk to all too often. You play interesting, very difficult songs, but it's a good experience. I've played the saxophone for a really long time, so I know what I'm doing. Sight reading is not something that comes too easy to some people, but I feel like I've got a good grasp on it.
I bring the harmonizing together, being a trumpet 3 part, and help really put the pieces together.
Well, being from St. Francis, we have a really strong choral program, and not just me, but our whole group, you could tell sings pretty well.
In other entertainment news, the theater department is putting on the one-act competition this year, which is called Spoon River Anthology. This Saturday, they will be performing at the All-Conference Meet in Rogers. Here's Paige Aldridge and Tanner Levi with more information.
What is the play about?
It's basically about like the meaning of life in a sense, because it's going through all these different people who are speaking from the grave about their lives and what they went through before they came to death in Spoon River.
The play is about a fictional town called Spoon River and the people and their experiences there.
It's about traveling through a graveyard and seeing what everybody's, like how they live their lives and their experience and trying to help others and just kind of explaining their life, how it was before they died.
What is it like being on tech?
For the competition show, it's a little bit different, so you have to adjust depending on the stage and the equipment you're using.
I think it's fun and that you get to enjoy it and see it from a different perspective, because I'm in the booth for this time, and usually I've been backstage, and it's just a different experience.
My favorite thing about the play is the fact that we were able to write the play. I mean, we had a bunch of poems that we already had, but we were able to pick which ones we liked and incorporate it and create this whole storyline on our own.
I like how there's all the different types of movement and the different characters. Like there's some humorous ones, there's some that are really deep, and then there are some that just are there to tell a story.
I think we could do really well with this kind of play because it has its dramatic moments, has its sad moments, but it also has its happy moments, and it's just...
There's so many cool things that we're doing to create the stories of the people in this show, so I think we're going to do awesome.
Kalila White went to the state for debate for the second time in her career. Reporters Owen Luco and Eli Highland spoke to her more about her season.
How long has she done debate?
This would be Kalila's third year. Her first year as a freshman, she qualified for state. Last year she just missed qualifying, and this year she took third at sections, and so she is going to the state tournament this weekend.
What are your strategies for debate?
So I'm considered in the debate world a conservative debater, meaning I run mostly traditional style debate cases. So my strategy rests in my value and my criterion, which is where the philosophy part comes in, always tying back to the morality and the human dignity of things is sort of our strategy.
Each round takes about an hour, and you are competing against a student from another school. You need to alternate sides every round, and so when they start powering in those last 3 rounds, then that narrows down the field to your top 8 or so. At the state tournament, after 6 rounds of competition, they break to quarterfinals, where the top 8 then are bracketed, and they follow the brackets to the eventual champion.
What are you doing to prepare for state?
I will have practice every night this week up until Friday, because to practice I'm creating new cases, entirely new cases than I had on Saturday, so that none of my opponents who will be at the tournament have even seen the cases that I'm running or any of the things that I'm going to have in this case, and running drills to practice speaking and rebuttaling against my opponent's arguments.
We have some foreign exchange students in the building. Francesco Ferrari came here from Italy and joined the media staff. Now he tends to wander around town getting lost. So we made it into a new segment for SFHS Today. Here's Laurel Brewer and James Tochik with Where in the World is Francesco Ferrari?
Hello?
Hey man, where you at?
Well, I don't really know.
Are you lost again?
Yeah.
See, what did we tell you about wandering?
Yeah, listen, I'm sorry, bro. I can see a long crowd though.
Okay, what else can you see?
I can see, well, I can see a McDonald's sign.
Alright, stay there. We'll be on our way.
Bye, bro.
The weather this season has not been the best so far. Snow and freezing temperatures are causing people to have to bundle up and watch out for hypothermia. Here is Spencer Baldwin and Andrew Gilbert with some tips on how to stay warm this winter season.
Hey, you! Hey, you! Yes, you! There's nobody else but you. Do you want to learn about hypothermia? Do you know what hypothermia is? Of course you don't! Well, lucky for you, I'm gonna teach you how to prevent it. Hey look! It's you again! Where are you going, good sir? Outside, I see. Well, carry on. Step number 1. Don't go outside. It's cold out there. Hypothermia is a potentially dangerous drop in body temperature, usually caused by prolonged exposure in cold temperatures. The risk of hypothermia increases in the winter months, but you can still be at risk in the spring. How do you know if you have hypothermia, you may ask? Well, here are the symptoms. Shivering, slurred speech, slow, shallow breathing, weak pulse, lack of coordination, drowsiness, confusion, and loss of consciousness. Already showing symptoms? Then here's some ways to prevent it from getting more severe. Get out of the cold as soon as possible. Add more warm layers of clothing. Eat carbohydrates and move your body to warm up your core. Hope you learned something today, and remember, the best way to prevent it is to bundle up before you go outside. Thank you.
That's all we have for you this week, Saints.
It's the random question thing, ding.
Personally, I like Stranger Things and Riverdale, just because those two have been with me for a while now.
I really like Anne with an E in Stranger Things. I like Grey's Anatomy and American Horror Story.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The Office.
Walking Dead. Game of Thrones. When the new season of Walking Dead begins, they do all of the series from 2011 all the way up to the new season premiere. And I like the Golden Girls too on the Hallmark Channel.
Gossip Girl.
Riverdale. One Tree Hill. The Walking Dead.
Friends. Orange is the New Black.
Say it all at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Shameless and Adventure.